Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome back to FestNews, where we bring you live updates on the Theater and Dance Fest, weather reports from around the country, daily challenges, and Broadway trivia. And today, we'll have a few special guests visiting us as well. But before that, we're going to give you a quick rundown of everything happening between now and our next broadcast. Let's check in with Randy Majori for today's schedule.
Thanks, Vanessa. Good morning. We have a small break after the Fest News, and then we'll be heading into Storybook Theater, where the Central PA Dance Workshop will share the Mother Goose Project. At 11 a.m., you can learn steps to the Tranky Do with Michelle Dunleavy, join a storytelling workshop with State of the Story, or go on a scavenger hunt with Miss Nicole from Center Dance. And at 11:30, we will bring our second day of Wordstock. Today's Wordstock will feature The Wickedest Woman in New York, a film noir by Kevin Sims, based on the poem by Abby Minor, as well as Alison Janicki's essay, Snap. After that, tune in for a live tea party with Alice and some of her friends from Wonderland. That will be happening at noon today, and you definitely do not want to miss out on it. From 1 to 4, there will be a live reading of the winning plays from the playwriting competition, as well as a discussion talk back after the reading. That brings us to Poetry Hour at 4 p.m., which will feature Steve Deutsch, Marjorie Maddox, and Camille Yvette Welsh, and will be streamed on the State College theater site, State College Live. And just like that, we'll be back to another broadcast of Fest News. If you heard something you're interested in, or if you want to check back and check out the schedule, the full schedule, visit centralpatheater.com and click on 2020 Fest. You can see all of the events we have planned and register ahead of time for some of them. Once again, that's centralpatheater.com. Check it out.
Thanks for the schedule rundown, Randy. And normally we'd be doing the weather or going to commercial break right now, but I think we have a special guest in the studio who wants to say hi to everybody. Good morning, Alice. How are you doing?
Hello. Good morning, Vanessa. I'm good. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me. I would like to invite everyone to come to my tea party today at noon. You'll see me, of course, Alice. I think we will see Humpty Dumpty too, and the Mad Hatter, and maybe the March Hare, and Tweedledee and Tweedledum, though I can never tell them apart. We're going to go on some grand adventures and have just a wonderful time, and I really hope to see you all there. Again, my tea party at noon today.
Thanks for checking in, Alice. We'll all be sure to visit your tea party later today. Now, before we go to commercial break, I want to remind everybody to go to our Facebook page and get ready to comment your answers for Broadway trivia. Make sure you're viewing the live stream on the Central PA Theater and Dance Fest Facebook page. We will see you after a few commercials.
Hi, everybody. This weekend is the Central PA Theater and Dance Festival. You don't want to miss it. A couple of the things I'm going to be doing that you should definitely check out. I'm directing 2 one-act plays. Saturday at 3:30, a play called Unplugged, and Sunday at 2:30, a play called Think It Through. Then Saturday, 6 p.m., I'm going to be running a workshop called Improv for One. Those are solo improv exercises. You're going to be doing it entirely by yourself. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about this workshop. So check out the links, sign up, and I'll see you this weekend.
Co-founder of the Central Pennsylvania Theater and Dance Festival and owner of Webster's Bookstore Cafe. We are open again, but we're just not ready to bring people in the masses that we like to see at the Theater Fest. So we're so excited that you're joining us online this year. Check out all the wonderful events. Support the arts however you're finding you can these days. And we'll see you back downtown next year. Bye.
Now, I'd like to share today's daily challenge, even though I gave you a hint during last night's broadcast. The challenge is learn the Tranky-Do. The easiest way to do this is to attend Michelle Dunleavy's 11 o'clock class where she'll teach you the Tranky-Do step by step. Then, if you want to share your newfound dance moves, post a video to social media and tag us. We are on Instagram as Central PA Theater Fest, and our Facebook page is Central PA Theater and Dance Fest. Speaking of which, you should be on that Facebook page right now because it's time for Broadway Trivia.
All right, everybody, get ready to comment your answers as fast as you can on the Facebook page because today's question is about the Phantom of the Opera, a musical you might have heard of. We ask that you be as specific about your answer as you can. So ready? Here goes. In what landmark does the Phantom of the Opera take place? Comment your guesses, and we'll give you some time to answer while we talk to another guest.
Tiara Williams, a local writer and activist, is the resident poet for the 2020 festival. You may have heard Tiara's work yesterday during our morning broadcast or Wordstock, and if you went to the Juneteenth celebration or watched it online, I'm sure you saw her there. Today, we're going to learn a little bit more about Tiara. Good
Hi.
morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
It's good to see you. I'm doing well. I'm excited that we get to talk to you today.
Yes, so excited.
So the first thing I want to know is just since you're the resident poet, and we just want to know a little bit more about you. So tell us about yourself, like where you went to school, what hobbies you have, anything you'd like.
Yes, so I'm originally from Mississippi. I got into theater when I started doing this thing called forensic speech and debate at Ridgeland High School. I then went on to Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, where I majored in speech communications and a concentration of theater. And I have always loved theater and acting, public speaking, all of the above. So I'm just so glad that you guys have me here as a guest this week.
We're so glad to have you. We really love all of your work. And speaking of which, I would love to know what led you to become a poet? Like out of all the things that you can be, what made you pick that specific, route of writing and art?
I guess I would have to give credit to my high school with forensics. You have the dramatic, the humorous, the prose, the poetry. But I guess when I realized that poetry didn't have to rhyme like nursery rhymes, I think that's what really made me zone in. And things like choreo poems by For Color Girls, different ways that poetry could be written. Books like Crank by Ellen Hopkins, all these books just made me realize, okay, poetry doesn't have to be in these specific stanzas. And I connected with it. So not only do I do recitations, but I also write my own. And I just feel like people can get what you're feeling through a poem and you can still tell a story.
That's awesome. And we did get to see some of your work at yesterday morning's broadcast, and it was on Wordstock as well. And so we're going to be hearing your work kind of throughout the festival, which we're really excited for. I wanted to ask, just because I always think it's great to hear from people, if you could go back to like when you were just starting out, maybe when you graduated high school or college or whatever time you would say you were just getting started in being, what you are today, what advice would you like give past Tiara?
Okay, so I would go back and tell myself to truly follow my dreams. When I was in high school, I actually got a scholarship to go to a theater school, but I wanted to go to the military for some reason, and I'm not in the military anymore. So I think I would have went back and told myself, you know what, take that scholarship, go that way instead of going maybe to the military and divvying off. I'm proud that I did serve in the military. I learned a lot, but I think I wish I would have just followed that dream. So I would tell all high schoolers, follow your dreams. If you get that opportunity, if you get that scholarship, if you get that internship, follow your dreams right then and there.
That's awesome. I mean, you did come back to being in theater
I
and
did.
eventually, so everything comes full circle, right?
Right, exactly.
That I want to ask for you is what you are most excited about for this year's Central PA Theater and Dance Fest.
Well, like besides being a part of it, I am ready to hear all of these different perspectives of theater and art. I know sometimes when people think theater, sometimes they just think Shakespeare, and there's so many different levels and different talents in this city and in this community, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. I cannot wait to see what everyone has to offer. I love dance, so I can't wait to see what's a part of that. I saw a little bit of that yesterday at Juneteenth, and just working with people in the community, not realizing how many great people in this community like Charles Dumas and things like that. So I just cannot wait to see what you guys have in store, and hopefully I can make more connections and get involved with more theater activities around here.
Well, thank you for being a part of the festival and especially for being here this morning. We just really love having you on board. So thanks for being here again, Tiara. We'll see you later and throughout the festival.
Thank you.
For now, I'm going to hand it back over to Paul Marcinkiewicz, who's going to share with us the answer of Broadway trivia.
Thank you. So do we have a winner? Or so the answer for how are we doing? Do we have a winner set up for today? I can't see.
Yeah. The winner is on the screen. It is Carrie Marcinkiewicz.
Sorry. Yeah, so the winner today is Carrie Marcinkiewicz. I can see on screen here now. Yes, the winner today is Carrie Marcinkiewicz, and we are very excited. Carrie wins a $100 gift card for Webster's Cafe, so that'll be very exciting. And we are also encouraging everyone. There are 3 more opportunities to win Broadway trivia today at 5 o'clock, then tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. If you want to enter again. And now we are going to check out a video from Allied Motion.
In the following recording, you will see some submissions to Allied Motion's community choreography project, made by dancers and members of the community. You will also see members of the company react to those videos, pointing out elements that were interesting, intriguing, and inspiring. The community choreography project is still going on, and we are still seeking your submissions. At the end of the video, you will find information on how you can view the tasks, record your own video, and submit them to Allied Motion's Community Choreography Project. We hope you enjoy the video and that you will be inspired to move.
Hello, I'm here sharing what I appreciated and noticed in a submission of Task 1 by someone named Thomas. And what I want to really appreciate and highlight here are the use of humor, the use of play and objects, and how literal this task was taken. So let's take a look at this video together. Starting with the first task, running in place. Yeah, really appreciating using the camera frame as the space, and then you look down and see the camera pan down. That was a creative surprise there. And the second piece, throwing arms away from the body, enjoying that little sway. And the surprise, the facial expression, really enjoying the use of humor there. Hands literally disappeared. And in the third piece, twirling and spinning, really appreciating the use of the flower petals. You can really see how they just twirl and spin on their own in the wind. And yeah, so just want to highlight that creativity as well. Also noticing at the very end of the twirling and spinning, that pause with the arms out in the air like that, just felt, I could almost feel the openness there. And that was just really beautiful to see as well. And moving to the fourth piece within task 1, lifting the leg off the ground, seeing that little T-Rex there. Yeah. And the fifth piece, balancing, and you see that little can come into the camera frame. Something's being poured out. Yeah, creative use of balancing there. And yeah, and then this actual melting to the floor, referencing the Wizard of Oz there. Yeah, so I just want to appreciate this take on task 1 from Thomas. It was very creative, had a lot of humor in it, and I really enjoyed that. So thank you for your creativity, Thomas.
I chose to comment on this task number 1. I was just blown away by the very first thing that this man did with his task of running in place. I thought it was very ingenious for him to physically run in place, but then for us to look down and see that he actually had the place written out to confine his space and really delineate where he was. I thought it was very ingenious. I loved his throwing arms away from body, the taking off of the glove here, right here. All of it I thought was really unique and a beautiful way to show that anyone can dance. It doesn't have to be specific dance moves, but anybody can dance and anybody can use their ideas and their body in unique ways. The use of props here, I just love. I love all the things that he's done. His balance is fabulous, and he adds the comedic aspect to it again with the props. And then as his melt to the floor with the prop is just fabulous. So congrats to him on his unique choice of movements, his use of space and time and props at the end there with the witch's hat. I just really love. So thank you for sharing that and for bringing me a little bit of joy. We hope that you have enjoyed learning about Allied Motion's Community Choreography Project. Please join us throughout the week as we present pieces of our documentary at the FestNews broadcasts. And tune in Sunday, June 21st at 7:30 p.m. for the full presentation, Building Community and Choreography in the Virtual Moment.
So just a reminder that Allied Motion's film Building Community and Choreography in the Virtual Moment will be airing tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we also have a note here that Carrie, the winner of today's Broadway Trivia Challenge, will be donating the prize back to the Theater Fest. So thank you very much for that, Carrie. And I believe now we will turn it over to Vanessa.
Thanks, Paul. So before we head out today, we want to talk to one more guest about a really cool project that's happening right here in State College right now. So we're going to talk to Marie Dahl from the Art Alliance of Central PA, and she's here to tell us more about the Art Alliance itself and their recycled show. How are you doing this morning, Marie?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
I'm glad we could get a hold of you. We tried to get a hold of Marie last night, but Wi-Fi decided it wasn't the time. So you're meant to be here this morning, I guess. We wanted to start off by asking you to tell us just a little bit more about the Art Alliance and what it is for people who don't know.
Great, yes. The Art Alliance was started in 1968, and our focus is the visual arts. We give classes, we give exhibitions, both in our own venues, but in businesses around town. But even though our focus is the visual arts, we often incorporate other arts such as music or poetry in the things we do because we feel they're all related.
That's awesome. So you kind of fit into Central PA Theater and Dance Fest, even though we don't have a ton of like visual artists so much as like painting and drawing, but like things like dance and poetry and writing still fit in with the Art Alliance. So I want to hear more about the recycled show that's happening right now.
Right. This is our 26th Recycled Art Show. It was set to open in our downtown gallery, which is on the MLK Plaza off Fraser Street in April. But obviously that couldn't happen. But after 26 years, we decided we cannot not do the recycled show. So I'd like to invite people to see it in two different versions. It is installed in our gallery, and you can see the whole thing from outside the windows, even though the gallery is closed. There's lighting, pieces hanging from the ceiling, pieces along the front of all the windows in front of the gallery, so you can actually see the whole show without going in. The other version is virtual, and that's on our, can be accessed through our website, artallianceofcentralpa.org. You will see an image of each of the works. You'll see a statement by the artist about what inspired him or her to take this approach to the theme of the show, which is rings and things. So we have a different logo each show, and so the artist has to start thinking about what kinds of rings and things can I use out of recycled materials that normally would go to a landfill probably, and make something beautiful. You can also vote for your favorite piece for the popular award, so that we hope everybody will go and see the virtual version of our show as well.
Well, thank you, Marie, for telling us about it. And just thanks to the Art Alliance. The Art Alliance has been a community partner since Theater Fest began back in 2018, and they're just such a wonderful supporter of the performing arts. And we really appreciate that, because we have this little community of performing artists, and we just love that the Art Alliance is part of it. So like Marie said, make sure that you go check out artallianceofcentralpa.org, where you can look at the recycled show. If you're ever on a walk downtown and you want to look in the windows of the Art Alliance, you can do so and see the show while still social distancing and wearing your mask. And we want to give out an additional special daily challenge to write an ekphrastic poem, so a poem based on a piece of art, and write it based on the virtual gallery of the recycled show. So once again, you can go to artallianceofcentralpa.org, find a piece of art that you like, and write a poem about that piece of art. You can send it to us by posting it online and tagging us at Central PA Theater Fest on Instagram, or the Central PA Theater and Dance Fest Facebook page, or you can email your ekphrastic poem to info@tempestproductions.org. So make sure that you go check out the recycled show. Marie, it was so wonderful to talk to you this morning. We're so glad that you could make it. And just thank you again for everything the Art Alliance does for Central PA Theater and Dance Fest.
Thank you, Vanessa. It was fun to be part of the festival.
Thank you. Well, everybody, that is our broadcast for this morning. As always, thank you for joining us, and make sure that you tune in again at 5 p.m. this evening. We hope you have a wonderful day and that you enjoy all of the other events happening today and tomorrow as part of the festival. We will see you later.